Perfect. So recording has been started. So in object-oriented programming, of course, I'll start with details of the course. Object-oriented programming, the prerequisite is programming in selected language, as you are aware. I'll be your instructor. My name is Al-Azawi. The class hours, as stipulated here, and the office hours. By the way, since it'll be an online, maybe we will be having more office hours. We can agree on them later. This course will satisfy the program learning outcomes PLO 1, 2, and 3. Of course, just to let you know that every course should satisfy some program learning outcome. Program learning outcomes is the learning outcomes of the program that you are studying, like you are studying diploma in computer science, bachelor in MIS, etc. For every program, there is program learning outcomes. So this course will satisfy PLO 1, 2, 3, and 3. I'll show them to you at the end of this document. This course also has been benchmarked with Yarmouk University, Sultan Qaboos University, and Grayton University, Jordan University of Science and Technology. Benchmarking means some kind of comparison between our course material and other universities to find the optimum or the best course material that satisfies the goal of the objectives of this course. Now, benchmark with the standard. Of course, here in Oman, you have to be aware. If you are not aware, you have to be. We have something called Oman Qualification Framework. It means it's a standardized framework produced or developed by Oman Authority, OAAA, Oman Academic Accreditation Authority, to put some standard for every level in study. Like this course, by the way, in the college, it's level, from here you can know it. Course code, if you can see here 3, that means this course is level 3 in the college. In OQF, it starts from level 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's equivalent to level 7 in OQF. This will standardize the courses. Just to let you know this, it's been benchmarked with it. Now, course description. This course covers the concepts of object-oriented way of thinking. It includes theoretical sessions, practical labs, and it includes functions, arrays, pointers, classes, and method instances, initialization, implementation, etc. So everything about object-oriented. I think here we are talking about functions. Functions was covered by C++ or by programming in selected, programming in selected language. Arrays also. So first, I will diagnosis again or conduct a diagnosis test to see the level of your understanding of these things. We don't want to repeat the same material again and again. So this might be, we may not focus more on this point, we will focus more on classes because these were covered. In the past, they used to ignore these topics in programming a selected language, but as according to my knowledge, I think they have covered it. We will see. Now, course objectives. The aim of is to provide the necessary knowledge and skills to students in the object-oriented programming with the concepts and term of the development, design and modeling of object and simple information system. And the course highlight the impact of the data abstraction. This is very important. The abstraction and addition technique, the approach of the object-oriented programming, Moreover, the major aim here is to train the student to use the C++. Of course, you can use any other programming language, but since you learned C++, we will use C++ and object-oriented. And it will be, by the way, you can apply it in several applications, like in database, in web development, in many applications, you can apply this object-oriented principles. C++ as an application tool, but it's not the only one that don't link object-oriented with C++. Java is no object-oriented programming. Python is an object-oriented programming, but usually, as I told you, since you have pre-knowledge of this language, we are going to use it to implement the concept, object-oriented programming, and other related skills. So these are the learning outcomes. What are we expecting from you to learn? What are the outcomes of this course? The student should be capable to demonstrate the fundamental principle of object-oriented programming. When you'll be asked about object-oriented programming, you will be able to answer the question. Demonstrate the main characteristics and features of data abstractions. Of course, you don't need to worry now about these terminologies. When we will explain them, you will understand what's the meaning of data abstraction. It's still early to discuss this. Choose the appropriate structure to abstract object using given conditions. The skills that you are going to learn construct sophisticated information system that applies different techniques of object-oriented programming according to real-life problem analysis. Usually, and this is not only my way, it's the policy of the college, that most of the problems given to you this is what we call the problem-based learning. Most of the examples should solve a real-life problem. It means we will take real-life problems and try to solve it in every course. Use the object-oriented programming on individual and organizations using simple real-life cases. So these are the learning outcomes. In the contents, by the way, this syllabus is already uploaded in the Teams. You can download it and check it. Syllabus, what to expect, course overview, required software, and other things. This is the first week. This week. I'll not go through all the details. You can download it and read it, but we'll cover all these things, inshallah. Now the assessment. Quiz 1 and 2, you will be having 2 quizzes. Quiz number 1, 5 marks, is worth 5 marks, and the second quiz is worth 5 marks also. The first quiz will be in the 5th week, the second quiz will be in the 12th week. Practical implementation, 5. I'll give you 5 programming tasks that you have to solve. And for every task, it will be evaluated by 3 marks. Okay, it is worth 3 marks. That means 15. Now we have 10 from the quizzes, 15 from the assignments, and 25 for the midterm exam, 50 for the final exam. All will be 100. You have now the right, and you have the chance, the opportunity to get as much as you can from these 100 marks, and I'm sure you can do it if you follow with us and if you conduct or do your assignments appropriately. TRN, teaching research nexus. Usually in some courses that I'm teaching and other also are teaching, we involve some kind of research. Actually, this is a fundamental course, so it doesn't need any research to be involved. So that's why it's blank. Okay, problem-based learning, as I told you, I explained earlier. Now here, course facilities and teaching. Actually here, let me just see if I put it here. So, yeah, we need Visual Studio. I'll give it to you also. We need the developer or not developer, we call it IDE. I'll explain to you later. Now these are the books. This is these are the books, the textbooks. Of course, the links are here. You can just click it and download the book from ProQuest. Everybody has an account in ProQuest. So please just click it, and as I told you, download the textbook. Here also something extra that you can use to read. Now this is very important. Now, as I told you, since I don't have, it's an online, that doesn't mean that we cannot practice some practical do some practical labs. So actually I've selected to you, as I told you, 3 different platforms. On your PC, you can download Microsoft Visual Studio or MS Visual Studio Code. You can go to the website and just write Visual Studio Code, download. It's very light and okay, you can download it from here, but it needs some kind of arrangement too. This is Microsoft Code. I have it here on my desk, on my computer. So it's easy and light, or you can download Visual Studio, which I don't recommend very much, unless you need it in some other applications. I don't recommend it because it's around 10 to 15 GB. So for me, I think it's better to download the other one, unless you need this in developing some other applications or use them, because in Visual Studio you can write with ASP, with C#, with C++, with Visual Basic. You can develop website. You can do a lot of things. That's why it's a source of heavy. This is if you want to download things on, software on your PC. Now, for me, I think it's enough for the examples that we are going to use, or the examples that I'm going, or the assignments. Use online compiler. It's very good opportunity and very good facility. You can use any of these. For example, I give you the link, the CPP. Okay, you can write the code. I'll try. Okay, you can write the code here, whatever code you want to write. For example, here using namespace std. To avoid using this, and here cout there. Okay, semicolon, and you can run it from here and the down at the bottom. Okay, this is the execution here. You can see the compilation, you can see the execution and the options, etc. here. So I think this is quite satisfactory and satisfy our the requirements or software requirements that we need. The other one is also a very interesting one. This program is the same idea. You can write the code here, and you can run the code, get the result over here. The third one is, of course, you'll find millions of the online compilers, but this is what I'm using. This is the third one. Also the same idea. You can run it from here, and you'll get the result. So you can use them. I don't mind at all. In mobile also, I suggest some software. For Android, you can find this CXX Droid, C++ compiler, IDE, etc. And iOS, for iOS, offline C++ compiler. Even for your mobile, you can use these compilers. Or of course, you can open these online compilers, but online compilers need internet connection. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the availability of the software. This is the attendance policy. Of course, no more than 15%. If you absent for more than 15%, you will be dismissed from the course, even if it's online. Okay. The cheating also, the cheating policy, academic integrity, it will be strictly treated strictly. So I don't think anybody of you will commit any kind of cheating. This is the programming learning outcomes. Of course, something you need to know that the college has something called a graduate attribute. The graduate attribute for the college. I mean, it means what attributes you will get when you graduate from when you'll be graduated from the college. While the department has objectives and the program has program learning outcomes. So, and the course has course learning outcomes. Okay, so this is the mapping. This is the distribution of the hours. Just don't skip it. You will be having lectures 2 hours for 10 weeks, 20 hours. You have practical classes 2 hours for 6 weeks, 12. That means 32. Case study, you will get this PBL1 tutorial, etc. So the distribution of the hours, including the hour that you will spend on studying independently. Guided learning, for example, if I give you a task, it's considered as guided learning or independent learning. If you go to the library, I would recommend to have at least 1 hour for 12 times in the visiting the library. Practice software, it's recommended to have 2 hours for 12 times. That means 24 hours. So you can just go through this, and this will help you to manage the teaching and learning activities. So this is all about the course, and let's go back to Teams. I think we have sometimes. Let me see how many students we have. 24, which is fine. I'll give you now one of the diagnosis, what I told you, diagnosis test. So let me start or share with you this. As I told you, this test is not worth any marks. It's the weight is 0, but it's very important for you to answer and for me to understand your level of understanding for the things. So now you have it. Please just go to the why it's not there. I think I need to change the. Just give me 1 second. Edit. Oh, it's today, 26th, and not sorry, 27th, Thursday, and due date I'll make it 11 a.m. All right, so I will assign it now to you that you should get notified. Yeah. Did you get it? Now in activities, you will find this assignment, yeah. So view assignment and answer it, please. Again, it doesn't, it's not worth any marks, but it's very useful to manage the course. Now I'll stop recording to give you some time to answer the questions, okay? And we'll get back after you answer the questions.